TPMS for the Kawasaki Voyager. Came out here and double checked it. Looks like it was 33.6 on the bottom, which is the rear tire, and the front tire was 30.4, so they're a bit low. And I usually like to run 35 front and 40 rear, and that way it's got some time to go ahead and bleed down. The neat thing about this program and this particular kit here is you can actually set the parameters on it. Right there, you can have, you know, what pressures you want the warnings to come on, what type of sound, all that neat stuff. But there's nothing worse than trying to go for a ride and you think, oh god, I gotta check the pressure on the tires real quick, I'm not sure. And here all you do is pull up this application and it talks to that little guy right there, which I'm going to take off because they're a little low. These just take the place of the valve stem covers you screw on, and these are actually the transmitters. And in that program it actually tells you exactly what the battery is doing and everything else. So let me go ahead and take this off, and that way we can go ahead and get some air in here. Alright, so I just took this off. Again, that's the transmitter slash cover. Taking it off, it reduces the pressure to 0. Looking over here, you can see at the top, which I set from my front tire, reads 0. So let me go ahead and get some air in there. Alright, I'm not kidding you guys. This thing facing straight down to put one of these on. I've tried everything. I don't have really a 90 degree that works with this particular setup right here. But I guarantee when I get this front tire changed for the first time, I'm going to have them put a 90 degree on it to match the rear tire. I think they did this for aesthetic value, but I can't stand it, man. It's horrible. It's a pain in the butt trying to get this on. So let me get some air in here. Okay, don't go all bananas on me, guys, but because of the temperature fluctuations right now, it's pretty hot out. I've got it set for 38 in the front, which will bleed down. And in the back, I'm going to bring that up to about 42 or something like that. So let me go ahead and get that one done. Okay, that's the way the bike usually sits. However, when I have it in here, I have it sitting on a giant rubber block, so it's more upright. Kind of gives more walking around room to both sides of the bike. What Kawasaki did in order to get to the valve, they put it on the high side. So all you have to do is take off the right bag, and then it opens up the wheel area so you can actually see the valve stem. And I do have the bags, which makes it easy to get all the stuff in and out just in one grab. I usually leave them unzipped while they're in the hard cases, so I just put these little clips on top. And over here, so I don't have to dig a wrench out every time, I've got these little knobs that I put on. I actually have a video on my web page, or I should say on my YouTube site. You can actually pull that up. They're very inexpensive, and I got them from Amazon, which they're really nice. So let me go ahead and get this bag off. Okay, I have another video talking about this little guy right here, so that if you put stuff on the seat, you can actually bungee it to something without putting it here, turn this up, digging into this chrome or any of that stuff. This is actually made for things that go on and off. It's actually from Harley, but I went ahead and modified it, put it through the metal here. Again, that's on a different video. So let's see here, one more knob, and then I did have a senior moment one time where I took the knob off, turned my back for 1 second, and the damn bag fell off and hit the driveway. Left some scratches, so I had to go order some touch-up paint from Kawasaki to go ahead and fix that. So I did add these rails down here a while back, which is nice. It helps to hold the bags in case they try to do that. So can you see how easy this is? Let's take those off. And Mr. Bag lifts right out. And these knobs, when I got them here, I added a flat washer and a star type of lock washer. Again, it just makes it a lot easier to take these bags out and off. And since this is the upside, see right down there at a nice 90, which is what I want to do to the front wheel eventually, I can just take that cap off, and I can add some air, put it back on, and it'll transmit to the application. You probably noticed another thing I did is anything that was bare, bolts, holes, and all that stuff, everything's been filled up, capped off. I couldn't stand the look of this down here, the big castle nut with the cotter pin. So I did find, again, it's on another video, I found this vinyl. Then I went right over to dress it up and keep it clean. Also keep the mud out. So yeah, I guess I'm one of those weirdos that likes everything to be perfect. Again, took the cap off the rear, just screws on and screws off. It's instantaneous. Oh, over here is actually reading 0 already. So let me get some air in there and I can go ahead and put it back on. So there we have it. 37.9 and 41.1 for the rear. Again, it's a piece of cake, guys. It just takes longer to film and set it up and all that stuff, but all you do is you top it off. You get instant readings. If you're on a ride and you're thinking, God, I'm not sure if my front tire or rear tire feels weird, you can just pull this out and it'll give you instantaneous information. And this thing is fairly inexpensive, so I would recommend it to anyone. So I'll go ahead and add a link in the description so you guys know about this. I'm sure there's other companies that make it too, but this one here is the one I happen to order. Hey guys, that's a wrap up for this one here. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification for future content. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.